All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Katie. We're going through our Friday deep stretch today. I hope you're feeling great, and I hope the stretch makes you feel just a little bit better. Just make sure to listen to yourselves, listen to your body. If you need an adaptation or anything, let me know. Grab water when you need it, and enjoy your time. Let's start getting our body temp up. We'll start with some of those shoulder rolls. So we're in a standing position on the mat. Feet are comfortably placed under our hips. And we'll go ahead and take our shoulders in a nice big circle. Arms can stay down by our sides. We're just pulling those shoulders up to the ceiling, pushing them forward, down to the mat and back. Starting to get the breaths going, nice and deep. This restorative shoulder movement. A few more breaths here. Feel free to go one shoulder at a time as well. Mix it up a bit. And let's go ahead and switch directions. So now we're going to reverse the shoulders. We're going to pull them back and down. I always say shoulder blades in your back pockets, but still doing a circular motion with the shoulders. We can alternate left and right sides. Just getting the movement going. A few more breaths, in and out. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and widen our stance, our feet out wider than hips, kind of as wide as we can go comfortably while staying standing. I'm going to point my toes slightly outward, but they're still forward. I'm going to slowly lower my hips down so I have just a slight bend in my knees. Hands are on my hips. And I'm just going to rock side to side here. So putting all my weight into my left leg as my right leg straightens out and coming back to center and then repeating on the other side. So placing that weight in my right leg, left leg extends. Just a gentle kind of wide squat, Cossack squat movement. Stretching those inner thigh muscles. An option to keep the feet planted on the mat, or you might feel your foot naturally turn up in that extended leg. Just do what feels good, where you feel that stretch in the inner thigh. And keep breathing. Nice. We'll keep it going for a few more breaths. See if you can get a little deeper into each side as our body starts to warm up. We're really gripping the mat with our feet, toes. A few more here. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Let's step our feet back underneath our hips. Neutral standing position. Hands on our hips. And we're going to stir the pot. So drawing a circle with our hips. My feet are staying stationary. I'm going to push my hips forward and then take them around to the left, to the wall behind me, and to the right. So I'm just drawing a big circle with my hips and torso. And it feels really good. I don't do this often enough. Drawing those circles to the right. Work on those breaths. Trying to challenge yourself to time breathing with parts of the exercise. So maybe I'm inhaling as I push my hips back, exhaling as I push them forward. I'm just doing nice, slow-paced circles here. Stir in the pot. Good. A few more seconds here. And let's switch directions. So now, reversing the motion of that circle. Feet are still staying stationary, hands are on my hips. Might feel a little bit of cracking. I am. Good. A few more breaths here. And we'll go 3, 2, and 1. Let's release those hands back down by our sides. Feet are still facing forward under our hips. Let's interlace our fingers behind our back. And let's pull our chest up to the ceiling. Shoulders come back and down, chest open or stretch. So kind of pulling those arms, imagining someone has a rope tied to your hands and they're kind of pulling you backwards. Let's point our noses up to the ceiling. And let's be mindful. Do you feel your back arching right now in this position? If so, try to tuck those hips and get back to neutral. Feel free to add a little neck movement. We can draw circles with our head. We can nod our head, yes. We can shake our head, no. Whatever feels good here. But if you're like me and your shoulders round a lot, you might feel some tension in the stretch. So we'll spend a little time here. Taking those breaths, trying to open the shoulders up a little bit more with every exhale. Good, just a little bit longer here. If you need a break, shake the arms and shoulders out and then go ahead and reset. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release those hands, arms back down to our sides. Let's come to that neutral standing position, feet under hips, maybe just a little bit wider. So we're nice and balanced. We'll go into some sun salutations. So arms start down by our sides. I'm going to take a big inhale. Take my arms in a big circle until they come overhead. So I'm reaching towards the ceiling now. My palms are facing forward. I'm going to take a big exhale now. Slowly lower myself into a forward fold, reaching down towards the mat. From there, I'm going to take an inhale. I'm going to lift myself up halfway. So hands are on my shins. Inhale halfway. My back is nice and flat. I'm feeling a great stretch in the backs of my legs. I'm going to exhale and fold all the way down again, reaching towards the mat or my toes as far as I can go. Hanging out there for just a second. Should feel a great stretch in the back of the leg. Slight bend in the knee is always okay. If we're fully lengthened, that is okay too. And let's inhale. Bring ourselves all the way back up to standing. Arms up overhead. Palms come together. And exhale, we'll lower them in front of our face, ending with our hands in a prayer position on the chest. We'll go through again. Shake it out and we'll inhale. Arms up overhead, reaching long, reach towards the ceiling. And exhale, standing forward fold, reaching down towards the mat. If we got a little deeper this time. Inhale, half lift, so hands come to the shins or the knees. Back flattens out. Exhale, folding all the way back down. And inhale, rising up again with the arms, palms together, and lowering them in front of the face and chest. And let's go for one more here. Big inhale, reaching long, stretching the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe we reached a little further than we did last time. Inhale, half lift. Flattening out the back, pushing the shoulders back and down. Exhale all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, lower in front of our face and chest. Beautiful. All right, core temperature's up now, body temp is up. Let's come back to that neutral standing position, feet under hips, toes facing forward, arms down by our sides, relaxed. We're going to step our left foot out in front of us, a normal steps width away. And we're going to step our right foot back behind us about 2 steps width away. So I'm in a lengthened standing lunge position now. And my hips are still facing directly ahead, forward, and my nose is as well. My hands are on my hips. From here, we'll slowly lower ourselves into that front leg, finding a stretch in the inner thigh of the right leg. And feel free to add just a gentle rock here. So I'm shifting my weight into my front foot, lowering myself into lunge, and shifting it into the back foot for a resting stance. Option to stay here with hands on the hips, just doing this gentle rock, or option to raise the arms up overhead, palms facing each other, warrior one pose. Adding that gentle rock once again, or holding in the deep lunge position. Good. Take some deep breaths here. Awesome. We'll transition. Keep your feet and legs where they're at. Arms can either stay up in warrior one on our hips, or we can take them out, raise them up at about shoulder height. So in a print letter T. And with my left hand, I'm gonna reach forward to that wall in front of me. My palms are facing down, and my body has naturally opened up to the right. Now my nose and head are pointing to the right. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And let's take that left hand down to our left shin. Slowly trace it down as our right arm sails up in the air. So now both of my legs are pretty extended. I'm still in that long lunge position. My left hand is on my left shin or knee or thigh, wherever is most comfortable. And my body is turned to the right. My right arm is up in the air. Triangle pose. Should feel a nice low back stretch, inner thigh. Few more breaths and then we'll switch sides. Always tying back into the breath. And let's lower that arm back down. Bring ourselves back up to a standing position. Feet under hips, reset. Shake the hips out if we need to. And we'll switch sides. So now I'm stepping my right foot forward out in front of me, just 1 normal steps width away. And my left foot steps back 1 to 2 normal steps widths away. I'm in the lengthened lunge position again. Hands on my hips. Hips facing forward, nose facing forward. and lowering myself, shifting that weight into the front foot and adding that rock. Right foot and left foot. Might feel a little stretch in the calf as well, the back left calf. Once again, staying here if it feels good, if we want to rock with it, or option to raise the arms up. Big inhale, palms face each other. Deep lunge. Warrior one. You might feel your body, you want your toes and your feet to really grip the mat here. Working on that balance and also getting a stretch. Option to now take the arms out to the sides in a print letter T, palms facing down. Leaning into that right leg as far as we can go. Reaching as far as we can with the right arm. Keep breathing here. Find that inner thigh stretch, just gentle. On our next exhale, let's lower the right hand down to the right shin or foot or thigh, and let our left arm and hand rise up to the air, opening our chest and head to the left side. Slight bend in the knee, in the front right knee is okay, or fully extended. Just make sure we're protecting our muscles and joints. We don't want to overstretch. Couple more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring our arms back down, raise our torsos up, and step our feet back together. Beautiful. Let's shake it out. Shimmy the shoulders, shimmy the hips. And let's come back to that neutral stance, standing position, arms down by our sides. Let's take our feet out wide again, as wide as we can, slightly pointing the toes out. I want you to take your hips, slightly lower them to like a quarter squat position or half squat, and rest your elbows on your inner thighs or the tops of your thighs. So now I'm in a really wide squat, and I'm using my arms. They can be prayer hands, or we can just have them resting, and we're kind of using them to push our knees out away from each other. And if it's not comfortable to be kind of in that squat stance, just raise your hips up a little higher. We're just trying to get inner thigh stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Always the option to add the right and left rock. And we're going to be spending the rest of our time down on the mat after this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's raise ourselves back up. Bring the feet together and gently find your way down to the mat on your knees, hands and knees position. Perfect. So I'm kneeling now on the mat. My feet are trailing behind me. Going to now step my right foot out in front of my body, and my leg has made a 90-degree angle. Let's walk the toes just a little bit further than that. So now we're in that lunge position on the mat. I'm going to slowly place my hands on my lower back, kind of where my hip attaches. And I'm going to slowly lower myself once again into that front leg, letting the hips sink down. Taking a deep breath, exhaling, Stretching the front of the left hip here. Option to stay right here with our hands on our low back or on our hips, or we can take them down to the mat. Whatever feels good. Just want to make sure we're stretching that left hip out. My left leg that is trailing behind me. Remember, we're trying to expand our chest with every breath. Add a little rock if we need to. Good, just a couple more breaths here. On your next exhale, keep your right foot where it's at, but slowly bring your hips back and straighten that right leg out. So my right heel is down in the mat and the right toes have pointed up now. My leg has lengthened and is extended long. Runner's lunge. I'm getting that stretch in the entire back of the right leg. We can still have our hands on our hips here. We can use a wall or a chair, or we can have fingertips down on the mat. An option to just add a little pump with your ankle, pull your toes towards your body, push them away. A few more breaths. And on this next exhale, let's bring our right knee back underneath our torso and hips. And let's step the left foot, left leg out in front of us, switching sides now. Showing the right hip some love. So once we're in that kneeling lunge position, let's once again place our hands on our lower back or on our hips and slowly guide ourselves, our weight shifting into the left foot, left leg out in front of us, stretching the front of the right hip now. Remember, we have all those options for our hands. They can rest on our left knee, hips, back, or mat. And I challenge you to try a different placement for your hands. See if you find something you like. Good. Take those deep breaths in and out. Feeling that release in that right hip. Those hip flexors get very tight from sitting, from stress. I always say all my stress goes to my neck and my hips. On our next exhale, let's shift the weight back now into our right leg, straightening the left leg out. Left heel is down in the mat, left toes point up to the sky, and now my left leg is extended fully. Feeling a stretch along the entire backside of the leg. Slight bend in the knee is okay. Fully extended is also okay. Hands either stay down on the mat, they're on our hips, or we're using a wall or a support. An option to add that ankle pump, pulling the toes towards your body and pointing them away. few more breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring our left knee back underneath our torso, back in that kneeling position. And let's slowly lower our hands down to the mat now. So we're on all fours. Knees are firmly planted on the mat and hands. From here, we're in that tabletop. Let's go into those cat-cows. So I'm going to inhale, arch my back, tilt my hips up to the ceiling, point my nose up to the ceiling. And in this position, this full extended cow, let's rock the hips left to right. Just a little added movement there. And let's exhale, rounding the back, tucking the pelvis, and facing the floor. And keeping that side to side, left to right rock. Inhale, back to cow. Keep that movement. Exhale. And just go at your own pace here. But trying to tie the breath in to the movement. Few more breaths. Good. From here, let's come back to that neutral pelvis position. So right in the middle of cat and cow. Let's widen our knees out to the sides of the mat. Let's walk our hands out in front of us and send our hips back to sit on our heels, child's pose. I'm going to give you some options here. Options to stretch the upper back by keeping our arms out in front of us. Or if we're like, I don't really need that today, you can also place your arms between your knees, bring your forehead down to the mat, and extend your fingertips to your toes. So you're kind of folded onto yourself. I find this comfortable and restorative as well. Always have the option to rest your forehead on the mat, or just keep your head neutral between your shoulders. And let's walk our fingertips over to the left side of our mat. If you're extended long, or just stay where you're at. And let's walk fingers over to the right side of the mat now. Let's take 3 deep breaths, expanding the belly. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's walk our hands back to center. Slowly push our hips back up. And let's bring ourselves all the way down to the mat. Bellies down. Let's hold our hands, left hand over right or right over left, and rest our forehead there on those hands. Knee or legs are extended long, just lying on our belly on the mat. Just hang out here for a second. Take a few deep breaths. This is a great position to feel how much air you're able to get into your lungs. How much can you rise off the mat? From here, let's go ahead and keep our left hand down as our pillow for our forehead. Let's bend our right leg, bringing our foot towards our body, and let's take our right hand and grab our right ankle for a little quad stretch here. Lying quad stretch. Some of us might be able to grab foot and toes. Some prefer ankle. Some prefer shin. Or if you don't have that range of motion, you always have the option to use a yoga strap or a band to wrap around the ankle and just hold the strap with your hand. But should be feeling the stretch in your right quad, front of the leg. Option to add some ankle circles. A few more breaths. Good. Let's release that right leg back down. And now we're still working on that right side. Let's take our right knee, still laying chest and belly down on the ground, but you might open up a little bit. And let's pull our right knee up. So I'm still lying. Now my right leg has come out to the right side. Kind of a half hip opening stretch here. And both hands can be, our forehead can be resting on both hands.
Is our right knee bent or is our right leg straight?
Our right knee is bent. So I apologize. I should have said lead with your right knee. So pulling it up towards your body.
No problem. I think this is called rock climber stretch or something like that.
That would make sense. We kind of look like we're climbing a wall, but we're laying. This is also a bit like if I'm sleeping, this is probably how I'm sleeping. Let's take a few more breaths here. Once again, tuning into how much can we rise off the mat? By how much can we expand our lungs with air? Let's go ahead, push that leg back down to our neutral lying position, and we'll switch sides. So now I'll bend my left leg at the knee, reaching back with my left hand to grab my left ankle. Right leg stays long, lying quad stretch. Feeling a nice stretch in the left front of the leg. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Option to wiggle the toes or roll the ankle. And on our next exhale, let's release the leg back down, bringing both hands back stacked on top of each other, resting our forehead. And let's drive the left knee up, bending at the knee, driving it up towards our torso, keeping the right hip planted down. And just breathing. Feeling our body release with every breath. Just relax. A few more breaths. And let's push the leg back down to that neutral lying position. And let's keep our legs extended long behind us, hand over hand, resting our forehead. And let's just rock our hips side to side. So kind of like a dog wagging their tail, just washing the hips out, rocking side to side while in this lying position. Let's go ahead and turn onto our backs. So we're staying down on the mat, but now we're going to be lying on our back. From here, go ahead and make sure we tuck our pelvis so there's no arch in that low back. We want to try to sink our spine and belly button into the mat and shoulders. Let's extend our legs up into the air. They might be straight, they might have a little bend in the knee, or you might be using a yoga strap. Anything works, but our legs are up in the air. We're just going to use those arms to support behind the knee or behind the thigh. Just legs up. Let's pedal the feet. So pointing the toes on the left side, pointing the toes on the right, and alternating. Taking some deep breaths here. And let's lower the left leg down. Keep the right leg up. Plant the left hip into the mat. And let's pull that right knee towards our chest, either leaving the leg long or giving it a rest now and just letting it hang. Expanding the chest and exhale. On our next exhale, let's bring both legs back up to the sky. Trying to straighten them out if we can, supporting with our hands, pedaling the toes, so pointing the toes, alternating. Another great exercise to do when you're at home. Putting your legs up the wall, draining the blood, and then standing again, and all the circulation comes back. It feels really good. Let's drop our right leg down now to the mat. Right hip stays planted, right heel is planted. Both hands come behind that left knee as we pull it up to our chest. And option to keep the leg extended or just let it fall and hang. And feel and listen to your back. Is it starting to arch? Do we need to tuck the hips again? Feeling that release. And let's bring that right knee into chest. And now we are hugging both of our knees into our chest. And let's just rock side to side, rolling out that low back. And let's draw a circle with our hips on the mat to the right. And switch directions, drawing that circle with our low back to the left. Let's drop our feet down to the mat. Knees stay pointed up to the ceiling. Let's reset our backs. Make sure there's no arch there. Tucking the pelvis if we need to. Engaging the core into our spine, into the mat. Let's extend our right leg up long, flexing the foot. And let's bring our right ankle to our left knee and let our right knee fall naturally out to the right side. Lying figure 4 stretch. We can use our hands to softly guide the right knee, pushing it away from us, or just stay where you're at. You can also grab the back of the left thigh and pull your left leg towards you. But we should be feeling that stretch in the outer right hip. Deep breaths. See if with every exhale you get a little more release. This might be another one where you feel more tension than you normally do. Couple more breaths. Let's release that right foot down to the mat. Extend our left leg up, flexing the foot, and slowly lowering our left ankle to the top of our right knee or right thigh. Our left knee naturally falls out to the left. Option to just stay right here. Other option to use your left hand to slowly guide, push the left knee away from us, or both hands grabbing behind the right thigh and pulling the right leg into our chest. 3 different options. I am feeling very tight today, so I'm doing first option. Just noticing, is one side tighter than the other? Does that have to do with my posture? Just noticing. Do you need to reset your back? Tuck your pelvis. Few more breaths. Bring our left foot back down to the mat. While we're here, staying in this lying position, re-engaging, keeping our back flat in the mat, let's put the palms of our feet together and let our knees naturally fall out to the sides. So still lying on my back, just opening the hips, kind of like a lying butterfly stretch. If it's a little too intense, extend your legs a little bit longer, or you can also use supports underneath your knees, pillows, towels, people, whatever you have. And just put your hands where it's comfortable. I like to put them on my belly. Big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Stretching the hips, inner thighs. Bring the soles of our feet back down to the mat. Knees are pointing up to the ceiling. And let's let both of our knees fall over to the left side. And let's bring them back up to center and let both of them fall over to the right. So just a very slow windshield wipers. Just holding for about 5 seconds on each side and resetting. Trying to inhale as we come to the center. Exhale, let those knees fall to the right or left side. Make sure we're resetting our back. If we start to feel it arching a lot, tuck those hips back underneath. Go for just a few more here. And as we come to the center on our next one, let's extend our legs back out long. So we're in that lying corpse pose, arms down by our sides. You can go palms up or palms down, whatever you prefer. Let's take our right leg, raise it up in the air, flexing the foot, and let's slowly lower it over to the left side, twisting our body and our spine. You can keep the leg extended or put a slight bend in your knee. But my left hip is still planted on the floor and my nose is still pointing to the ceiling. We'll just hold it here for a bit. Option to take your right arm out from your shoulder and turn your nose and gaze towards your right hand. And you might feel your body guarding when you're in this position, like feeling tightness or like it's holding itself. See if you can find where that is and release. Deep breath. Next inhale, bring ourselves back to center. Extend the right leg long. Shake the hips side to side, left to right. And let's extend the left leg up, flexing the left foot and dropping it over now to the right side, over our body, lying twist. Trying to get that knee all the way to the ground. If that's not comfortable, once again, any kind of support or pillow or yoga block you have to place under that knee can be helpful. Option to stay here or take the left arm out and away, extended from the left shoulder, and turning your nose and gaze towards the left fingertips. Once again, with every exhale, trying to release. Find where your body might be holding tension or guarding. Just breathe it out. Let's slowly roll ourselves back to center. Let both legs extend long. Let's slowly roll our torsos up and find a seated position on the mat. Wherever's comfortable, that can be legs extended, that can be crisscross, butterfly. Just find that seated position that's comfortable for you. And let's end our session with some breathing and gratitude. We'll do a little bit of box breath. So we'll inhale for 4 seconds. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Let's hold at the top 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And exhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Feeling your shoulders drop and loosen up. Let's go for another round. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. And exhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. Last round. Big inhale. Raising your chest and shoulders up. 3, 4. Holding at the top. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last exercise. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for yourself and completing our deep stretch. I hope we're all feeling nice and restored and stretched after today.
So much better. Thank you. Thank